Well, it's Friday. It's about 6:30 a.m. West Coast time. Woke up to some news this morning that former Donald Trump advisor John Bolton, overnight, the FBI conducted a raid on his home. This is being reported by the Bulwark. There was live video being streamed by Ben Wittes from Lawfare, which showed the streets blocked off by Montgomery County police. And the Bulwark's Jonathan V. Last reported that Montgomery police confirmed that they were on site in support of the FBI as the FBI raided the home of former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton. I don't like John Bolton. He's a George W. Bush neocon who never met a war he didn't like, especially if it was in the Middle East. But as the raid began, FBI Director Cash Patel posted on Twitter, "No one is above the law, FBI agents on a mission." And, I gotta wonder what it's like to be an FBI agent right now, knowing that you are being used by this president for political retribution to people who have criticized you in the past. John Bolton was Donald Trump's national security advisor. They clashed during Donald Trump's first term. Michael Bolton, I knew I was going to do that. John Bolton was not a Trump sycophant. He was not a yes man. He frequently criticized the president's foreign policy decisions. And after he left the Trump administration, he wrote a book criticizing Donald Trump. And former Trump campaign advisor David Urban told CNN News Central this morning that the raid likely stems from John Bolton writing a book detailing Donald Trump's diplomatic bungling during his first term. He said to CNN, well, he clearly doesn't agree with the president. He clearly attacks him on a wide variety of fronts, some justified, some perhaps not. But it's been pointed out that this doesn't stem, I don't believe, from the past week. I think this stems going back to 2020 when John Bolton published this book, and the manuscript was leaked after the National Security Council told Bolton's lawyers that it could not be published because it contained classified information, and that was going to be a problem. While the raid was happening, John Bolton posted to Twitter, "Russia has not changed its goal, drag Ukraine into a new Russian empire. Moscow has demanded that Ukraine cede territory it already holds and the remainder of Donetsk, which it has been unable to conquer. Zelenskiy will never do so, will never agree to that." And meanwhile, meetings will continue because Trump wants a Nobel Peace Prize, but I don't see these talks making any progress. He tweeted that while the FBI was inside of his home, engaging in political retribution against a man who rightfully criticized Donald Trump and who now Donald Trump perceives as an enemy. And so now Pam Bondi at the DOJ and FBI Director Cash Patel are going to do shit like this. We are 7 months in to Donald Trump's second term, and this is the very first time that the FBI has taken any action against anyone who was listed in Cash Patel's personal hit list of deep state actors that he included as an appendix to his book about the deep state government gangsters that I believe was published in late 2022. Cash Patel has been an utterly feckless, ineffective director of the FBI, and it took him 7 months to do anything against any of the 60 people on that list who he said had all been guilty of felonies against the Trump administration and against Donald Trump personally. Cash Patel looks like a possum who just realized he shit his own pants. His bug-eyed little face, a constant presence at UFC fights, a non-constant presence at FBI headquarters where he's the director. This is some third world banana republic authoritarian bullshit. And now that phrase accurately describes the United States of America.